I played 100 hours of the Arknights Endfield beta, knowing full well that everything would reset. Why? He just pulled the sword out of his fucking chest. Nah, that's metal, bro. Well, I dare say Arknights Endfield is the best gacha game I've ever played. But don't take my word for it. Let's bring you through my 100-hour journey of Arknights Endfield. After unironically getting gapped in the tutorial, we find ourselves in a mysterious room. They're bunnies. Why are there bunnies? Yo, are we gonna explain the bunnies or what? W self-promo. Never forget, self-promo is king. We then wake up in the present day, where Perlica is watching over us, skinning an apple like a goddamn psychopath. The skin is the most nutritious part. What are you doing? Oh my god, a brown cow. What the fuck? One of the things I first noticed was just how quality the presentation for the story is. I mean, oftentimes it feels like I'm straight up watching a movie. So I should point out that while there will be a lot of glazing in this video, the early game was definitely a bit rough. What sold Enfield's combat for me later on was the team synergies and how well they flow with combo skills. But it's not until you start actually unlocking the characters that you truly get to experience that. So in the early game, you're stuck doing this. As with any gacha game, there's an easy way to solve that. Is that like 3 yellows? Oh, I got the panda. But he has booze in his pocket. Yo, dude, I'd use the fuck out of him. Oh, I got 2 of him. They're giving me all the dudes, bro. They're giving me all the dudes. They say no waifus for you. Only those bandos. Wait, oh, fuck. Wait, this game feels way different now. What? Oh, okay, I see how this works. Okay, they just give you the characters that feel good to use, just like, they're all like the 6 stars. Okay, bro, I see it, bro. Nah, what the fuck is this, bro? This feels way different. With these little dinky-ass hits from the Enfield dude, and now we have this. Now, this is fucked up. You guys see this? This has weight to it. 2 hours into the game and we get introduced to the factory system. As someone who's never played games like Factorio, this was the part of the game that had me the most worried. I wasn't sure what to expect nor how much of the game it would actually occupy. So far, they were easing me into it well, but I was quickly learning that Arknights Endfield was the type of game I need to invest time into learning. There's so many tutorials in the game, and unlike many other gacha games, they're there for a reason. As a professional gamer and world champion, I'm as arrogant as they come, so in my naivety, I thought it would be a good idea to skip them. Trust me when I say I did not have a fun time figuring out those systems shortly after. By hour 3, I'd finally unlocked the ability to craft and equip gear, but I was still struggling in even the main story quest because my team had negative synergy. Do people consider the story in Arknights good? Now, who's that? Oh my! Dude, it's the ore farmer! Wait, why you... Huh? Shoot me. Male character. Brown gets story time? Crazy. Also, another brown waifu. Oh my, brown characters deluxe, bro. And she has freckles? Dude, holy fuck, we're down bad. By now, I realized that Arknights Endfield isn't the type of game that just gives you free handouts. So to give myself a better experience playing the game, I decided to learn about team synergies, and I decided I'd level up my characters and gear them up so I could have an easier time. Okay. Yeah. When you get like a full team going on like this, the combat definitely feels better. That definitely felt better for me to fight there than it did like at the start where you're like killing like the little dinky mobs. Upon coming across a suffering child, we learned that our very source of power, Originium, is causing damage to all living beings in this world. You know, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds strangely familiar. We expanded our factory to the new region because, as we all know, the factory must grow. Oh, it's the output. Okay. So the output, it goes back in here and then it gets stored in here. So it comes out of here, and then it gets refined here, and then it goes back here when it's refined, and it gets stored here. I'm understanding. Wait, you actually do trades in this game? Wait, what? Do I want to do this? Is this good? Fuck it. Okay. Well, it's kind of cool. So you can like interact with the different communities and trade with them. Wait, that's kind of cool, actually. That's unique. That's really cool. It seems the combat seems to be changing rapidly as I'm like getting more characters and I'm like understanding the system more too. 35. Oh, I am so fucked. Wait. That's like double my level. Oh, she like stuns them. Oh my god, I'm getting chain attacked. Wait, you could just fucking die instantly.
At my command.
At my command.
Target locked. Fire. Show.
Oh my. No. The early game pacing for the story was slow, but it picked up nicely once we got to the climax of the first act. Is that I mean, it's obviously the girl from over here, but like, that's not a playable character? That's not a playable character. Say Capo. Is that gonna be like the big bad of this game? Actually, they showed the big bad at the start. It was like the Puppet Master. Rhodagon. Oh, this is the enemy they showed during the trailer. Okay. Wait, dude, this team plays so fluidly, or so much more fluidly than the random ass shit I was playing before. I do too much damage. You guys gave me a real team, and now I do too much damage. Broken. Oh. Dude, this combat feels so much better than at the start of the game. Oh my god. I was actually bitching at the start of the game. You can go back. This actually feels nice now. I actually like the combat. This team feels 50,000 times stronger than what I had before. Everyone dies with me, Giga Chad. Oh my. Dude, you just burked the shit out of that guy. Until now, there wasn't much interacting with the factory. But with the story having progressed a decent amount, Enfield starts to take you deeper into the system. At this point, I wasn't opposed to using the factory, but I wasn't quite sold either. It felt like a system I didn't mind existing, but not one I'd actively strive to use. Like I would with the combat systems when I'm fighting random mobs on the map. Still, I spent about an hour learning how to use it. I was enjoying the game a lot at this point, and I just wanted to learn anything I possibly could. Now the game was starting to become more free-flowy as well, so I started exploring the open worlds, where I had a surprisingly good time. Normally I'm an open world hater, but the puzzles here walk a nice line between not being completely brain dead, while also not making me hate my life. Does that count as glazing? Did I just kill my... They took not walking in DNA, or not going into the water in DNA one step further. You touch the water, you fucking die. Nah, that's crazy. 10 hours was a good point to call it for day one. I was getting tired after all. Unfortunately, as I was trying to fall asleep, a problem arose. I'm addicted to this stupid gacha game. Hypergriff wasn't letting me off the hook either. They're introducing me to so many new things that I'm feeling spoiled. Like, the game is literally teaching me how to use the factory so I can craft homemade bombs. Place the explosives in the backpack. What are we blowing up? Long press R. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I know exactly where to use that. There was a bomb thing over here that I couldn't get through that I couldn't find the explosive for. But you just make the bomb and then you just go throw it over here.
I
Look at this.
sense danger. This one won't go around easily.
See? Wait, that's kind of cool. Now I can be a terrorist whenever I want. It's just like real life. Dude, I love this game. It's so realistic. Started to notice a lot more of the subtle details, showcasing the effort they truly put into the story as well. Like Rozzy and Wolfguard are siblings. Both of them are Italian, and despite me playing in the English dub, they both speak Italian to each other when interacting. Perfecto. Wait, that's not even Italian. By now, I was roughly 20 hours into the game, and that's when I got to experience my second major boss fight. Oh, wait, I've seen this before. I know this boss. This one has sick-ass animations. Triagalos. I will lock in for the boss. I will log in for the boss. Oh, I just canceled my skill. Oh my god, no! I'm skill issued. I'm so fucking... I canceled my skill for attention. It's fine. Oh my... Wait, what is that? Alright, there's the boom. Oh! Dude, look at the graphics of that. It like... It fucking breaks the entire ground, bro. Wait, I'm 1 HP. Wait. 46 HP. It's dying as the NPC... Or as the AI. Hold on. Oh! I'm dying. I'm the AI. No. That's my main DPS, by the way. That's my main DPS, by the way. I don't need a main DPS. Perlica's got this. She's no skill issue. I like that they're just face tanking, bro. My allies are just face tanking it. That's crazy. Artie's turbo dead. Goodbye. Wait, what? The mist. There's another phase?
It has 3 components, so this should be its final form.
Oh, fuck.
Stay alert.
Oh, fuck. I just wasted my ult for fun. Wait, where's my DPS?
How many tricks does it have?
Wait, there's a third phase, bro. There's a third fucking phase. No shot. It has a fucking homing sniper rifle. Yo! I almost died to that one. We finally kill it? Die, please. Thank God, bro. I almost wiped his story boss. There's no shot. I almost wiped his story boss. Triagolos was a super sick boss, and it made me want to learn more about Enfield's combat system, so I used the gacha player's forbidden technique. Reading. With this technique, it allows me to understand Arknights Endfield properly, without the need to suffer for hours on end with trial and error. The only downside being, I can't bitch about it on Twitter when I don't understand anymore. Hold on, that means I can't engagement farm. Maybe that's why people are so reluctant to use it.
Leave now and flat.
There we go. Oh my. Wait, this team is clean as fuck. Do you see that? Wait, look at this. And then you use the skill, and then it does this. You see that shit? Nah, this team is clean. Holy shit. Okay. But yeah, this team is cool. I mean, it relies... If you don't have Pog, this team doesn't work, I think. Ah! Oh, I faced through. That's troll. Stop! 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 Stop phasing me through the ground! Stop phasing me through the ground. The factory must grow. If you like zoom in on their tails, I think they get mad at you. Look at this. She turns around. He literally gets mad at you. All right, Heike. That one looks so inappropriate. That one looks so inappropriate, bro. Wait, what happens if you do it to the guys? What if you do it to this guy? You zoom in on his tail. Does he get mad? Wait, it's only the girls? It's actually only the girls. Wait, the guys just don't care. Oh. He just doesn't give a fuck. He's just chilling. He says, stare at my ass all you want. Look at him. He's chilling, bro. He's reading a book over here. You're just staring straight at his ass? Okay. I see you. What? What? I can't. Huh? Hello? Connect a belt to a facility output or another belt. That's the plan. What? No. What? Am I stupid? Why is this not connecting to the main thing? Hello? 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 Game? Am I being trolled right now? Unconstructed facility selected. It cannot duplicate or save blueprint. What do you mean unconstructed? Why don't you construct this dick? Oh, because I didn't make... Oh, that's why. Okay. There we go. Wait, how come I was able to plug it in then? I'm not going to question it. A little over 30 hours into the game, and I was getting pretty familiar with the game systems. I even started expanding my resource acquisition. In fact, at this point, I was basically mining everything on the map. That was allowing for me to continuously grow my factories and receive better outputs. I was starting to get outscaled by the open world monsters again, so I was doing this also I could craft better gear. It was as I was doing this that the factory system started to grow on me. I felt the results of my hard work and action as I geared my characters. It was like I was reaping the benefits of something I invested in. It's kind of like the stock market, but instead of getting paid, I get to make my PNG waifus stronger. Good trade. I just realized I haven't actually explained how combat works in Endfield yet, have I? So the way combat works in Endfield is like this. You have combos over here, right? You have combo skills on each character. And the way you build your teams is you want to build your teams that way you can interact with the combo skills with each character. So in the example of my team, I have Chen, I have Pog, I have the Administrator, and I have Alesh, the brown boy. And the way my comp works is like this. If I CC a character with either Administrator skill or Chen skill, it starts a combo chain where Chen starts her combo procs Administrator's combo. That combo allows me to use Pog's skill to proc Alish's combo, which also procs Pog's combo. So all these characters are built in a way to chain off the other character and certain actions that they do. On top of that, I have to understand that if I don't use Pog's skill, for example, if I didn't know that, I wouldn't even be able to activate that combo sequence, right? Because Alesh wouldn't even get his thing at all to interact with like Administrator's thing. And if I don't do it in time, then the thing just completely fades away, right? There's a small window for that. So there's a lot of depth and complexity in there. This is only one team out of like however many you can build in the game. I'm not sure. But I think that aspect of it is super cool. So in practice, it looks like this, right? I start with like Administrator skill to proc Chen skill, which procs the Administrator skill, which Pog then does his skill right there, and that procs both Pog and Alesh's skill, or combo skills like that. And you just go crazy. I think this streamer is cooked. I think he needs help from the hint. I think that's how cooked the streamer is. This guy needs help from the hint. My streamer can't possibly be this stupid. Dude, my streamer can't possibly be this stupid. No, dude, this streamer can't be this dumb. This streamer can't be this dumb. This streamer is not having his brightest moments right now. It is darkest before the dawn. He will figure this out. This is definitely not indicative of my real skill. Anyone who says otherwise will be permanently banned. This streamer, see, this streamer is literally a genius, bro. Have you ever seen a more intelligent streamer in your life? No. That's why I'm the world champ. And you guys are the viewers, all right? Obviously, me failing on these puzzles was just rage bait. If you make your viewers feel smarter than you, you'll bait them into commenting so they help you. I was just losing for the engagement. That makes me a smart content creator. I'd been using my pulls the entire time I've been playing so far, but nothing really interesting happened with them. Well, until... So... Oh, do we get the thing? 6? What the fuck? Huh? Detonation unit. Wait, what? Wait, I just got 2 6-star. Wait, I just got 3 6. What the fuck? Dude, this is... I just got 3 6-stars in a row, but this is on the fucking beta test. Are you kidding me? 3 6-stars in a fucking row in the beta test. This game is so troll. Why would you do that? It's the beta test, bro. What the fuck? This is the beta test you're giving me 3 6-stars in. Nah, dude. Nah, this is some bullshit. All right, dude. I think I just ate up all of my luck. I think I just ate up all of my luck for the rest of the game. Yo, Hyperglyph, if you're watching this right now, you want to let us keep our accounts in the beta, right? Right. Oh boy, my luck for the day wasn't over yet. One pity, please.
Catcher.
Dude, fuck this catcher guy. Fuck this catcher guy. Oh, I can just buy the... I mean, I'm not buying anything else. Fuck it. One Levitain, please. No.
Catcher.
Actually, I'll take any of... I don't mind. Anything but Pog. Anything but Pog. Anything but Pog. Anything but Pog.
Already? Doesn't matter.
I'm not going to get hyped because this is the beta. So I will not say a word other than cool. This is the beta. I'm not going to pop off for a beta. I'm not going to pop off for a beta, bro. It's a fucking beta. All right? I don't even get to keep this. No popping off. All right, let's be serious for a second. Popping off is unserious. Levitain is a character who needs heat infliction to generate her stacks. So I put her in a team with Wolfguard, Ardelia, and Akakuri. If you want a detailed explanation of how to play her and how she works, you can check out my Levitain guide. Wish that was available when I played, because even though I had her, I sucked so bad I had to use my Pog comp to farm here instead. But as we all know, there's no better way to learn than trial by fire. And with the 3rd major boss fight coming up, I knew exactly what I had to use. What the fuck? Bro, what the fuck is this? Huh? We have a tentacle Medusa. But I'm actually gonna die here. But I'm gonna die here. There's like 5 phases in this fight, probably. The last one had like 5 phases. I had a better team and I got gapped. This has to be like phase 1 of like a 50 phase fight. There's no shot this is it. What the gooner fuck? Oh, I'm gonna get absolutely destroyed here. Don't let the shockwave hit you. What the fuck?
Look out! It's attacking us from above.
Look out, it's attacking us from above. No shit. Goodbye. I feel like the idle animation they gave Levitain was there to shame me for that god-awful gameplay. In the end, we prospered anyway, and with that, Chapter 1 came to a close. I still had much work to do on my factories, and a lot of Valley 4 still wasn't explored, but I was addicted and I wanted more. The second region in Arknights Endfield, Wuling. A Chinese-inspired area filled to the brim with nature. A soft OST that matches to boot. The vibes here are relaxing, serene. I feel enveloped in vegetation. A stark contrast to Valley 4, where much of it felt desolate and in need of repair. But more importantly, oh my god, he's hot. And now he's gaslighting and stalking us? He's Oromogging the main villain? Hypergrip, you can't just have him show up like that and not be playable. Is that a cat? What the hell? Here's an eye patch. Yo, what is that pose? Yo. Yo, dude. I'm playing Zenless Zone Zero again. Dude. I'm playing fucking Zenless Zone Zero, bro. If you're someone who watches Chinese anime like I do, the story in Wuling often showcases the same type of humor I remember from shows like Link Link. I mean, it makes sense, Chinese region, Chinese developer, but surprisingly, I haven't seen this actually in any of the Chinese games I've played. I welcome it. As I started my journey in Wuling, I was greeted by new exploration mechanics as well. Like they have this water filling system in a game where when you touch water, you die. And there's this butterfly I have to follow for rewards. Where have I seen that one before? Also, I just want to point out this funny sequence where Tong Tong blows a hole in a military facility, steals the loot inside, and then just dips. What a Weasley little rat. The water we collected earlier lets Levitain squirt to open up various parts of the map, allowing us to make it to the major region of the city. Yo, that place looks cool. Title drop. Bold letters. Impact font. Wuling. I wonder where that is. What might that be? Mystery. As we arrive, the lead waifu of the region is going absolutely sicko mode to protect the city. That's going to be the overpowered character. You do not spend this much money, you do not spend this much time building up a character and not have them be like the big shield unit of 2050. No shot, bro. We set up shop in Wuling, and that's when I learned that the factory system here would be an expansion of what we already learned in Valley 4. Irrigation would be the next step in our quest to grow the factory. The supplies we worked hard for in Valley 4 can be moved to Wuling, but the inventories themselves aren't shared. So I started my expansion to get ores and whatnot in the region. As I progressed through the Wuling story, the insane quality and effort they put into the game started to show more and more. This entire sequence felt like I was straight up watching an anime. Like, I don't know who Lowlight is sucking off to get money for this production value. But keep it up, bro. To be continued. Oh, it's the end of the story for now. The story was pretty good throughout the beta, but with where it left off, I feel like they're trying to set up for something later happening in the future. I'm looking forward to that on launch. Even though the story was done, there was still one last thing I wanted to work towards. Endgame bosses. Technically in the beta, there is no real endgame mode at the time of this writing, but there is something close. Once beating the bosses from the story enough times, you unlock Deep Dive mode, where the bosses become much higher difficulty. I definitely wasn't strong enough for that yet. First, I needed to learn how to make the endgame gear sets. That meant I had to learn how to use the new factory system in Wuling, which proved much harder than I thought. Oh, you can turn off fluid. Oh my god. Dude, I was stuck here just like trying to figure out how to get Sandleaf this whole time. Oh, you can just turn off fluid mode. Oh. Wait, dude, I was like, why can't I make Sandleaf over here? I've literally been crashing out for the last fucking half hour. He was like, I know how to make it in the first region. I just can't make it over here. Dude, nah, nah, I'm pissed off, dude. What if I just went back to Valley 4, I just poured it right here, I just went over here, and I grabbed like 50 of the sand leaves, and I just put them in the production, and we're so chill. Thoughts? Good game plan. I will just be the manual transport, bro. Wait, high key, why am I waiting for the transport? Wait, I'm waiting for the transport so I can make my gear when this shit is literally just sitting here. I want you, like, look, where is this? Where is this? I have 1.6 thousand of these. I only need like 200, 300 to make my gear. What am I doing? Literally, what am I doing? All right, it wasn't quite that simple. I still had to set up the forge in the sky so I can make Shironite, the main component we use for everything important in Wuling's factory system. I finally did it, bro. I finally did it. Look at this. Look at this. Our factory is finally built over here. It's finally up and running. All of that. Look at this. The water pipe going all the way around the edge. I have like 5 seed factories over here so I can make 2 Shironites. And now we wait. The factory is finally online. Finally gonna get our gear going. That took so long. Is this supposed to take me this long to get everything going? The more I use the factory system, the more I vibed with it. I basically just set up my components to be made as I got to enjoy a nice peaceful slumber. I had an idea for what we're gonna do today. I tried to set up my factory so I could get enough gear so I could get my Leviatane up so I can actually showcase what it's like to do the endgame stuff. So basically when you get to like the later stages of the game, like where I'm at right now, you're gonna... Wait, I only have enough to craft 2. Wait, am I bricked? I got enough stock bills to make the remaining of Levitane's gear, raised her to level 80, and then maxed her out as much as I could. I've been trying to raise basically every character I could try during the beta, so the rest of our team kind of just sucks ass. But gears, levels, damage, and timerless content, that's for the skill issue. Do you really think the world champion himself would allow for such trivial matters to hold him back? Try Agalos. Bro, high key, I'm gonna get absolutely rolled on this fight. You guys like how little damage we're doing, by the way? I broke it. Good. Big. Triple hit. It does. I do no damage. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. I'm only 60% of the way done with the easiest phase, by the way. This one's awkward because I can't like DPS properly during it. We have to be like very specific with spacing. See, like right there, if I was like a range character, it'd be easier for me to DPS. So in that regard, it matters. Wait, oh, dude, I keep ulting at the wrong time. I forgot he goes in the air here. Oh, I fucked up. I just lost my ult, bro. They might die here. You see, they're taking back shots, bro. My team is literally taking back shots from the clanker. I didn't know they were freaky like that. He's half HP. All right, not bad. Ult. All right, come on. Big damage. Boom. Dude, that does like 10% of his HP. Bro, I am so undergeared for this fight. There is no shot they want you to take this long to kill this guy, by the way. I am so undergeared. I don't even think my Leviatane is geared enough for this fight. Let alone my other characters that are doing nothing. All right, should be dead here, right? All right, blow every ult. Fuck it. You ready? Boom! Broken remnants of Asteron. That took so... stupidly long. Was that like a... That was like a 20-minute fight, bro. That was like a 20-minute fight. My 100 hours in Arknights Endfield was the best experience I've had in gacha so far. With every area that I visit, I can see how much quality and care Hypergriff put into the game. And it is so refreshing. I'm definitely going to be maining Arknights Endfield when it comes out on January 22nd. And in the meantime, you can check out this video right here or subscribe to see more gacha content.